G'day folks, it's Tristan Louth-Robins here from the Fleurieu sound map. I'm down here in Myponga on a lovely breezy Saturday afternoon. It's late April 2019. Specifically, I'm on the grounds of the Myponga Reservoir, which up until very recently had no public access. There were a couple of areas that you could sort of explore a bit further down South Road, but in terms of the reservoir area in direct proximity to the Myponga township, been pretty much off limits, I think, for the last 60 or 70 years. Reservoir supplies, I think, about 5 to 10% of Adelaide's drinking water, most of the Fleurieu's drinking water, I'd imagine. It's incredibly dry down here on the Fleurieu at the moment, and much of South Australia as well. We're just enduring a very long drought. We've had about 15 millimetres. The average by this time of the year should be something around the 150 millimetre mark. So as a consequence of that, down here and virtually everywhere else, it's pretty much bone dry. Look no further than climate change and a bit of El Nino thrown into the mix. I'm going to make a recording here. I like the sound of the grasses around here. It's beautiful, and yeah, it's got that sibilant, hissy kind of quality. And there's some insects chirping on the near periphery, and on the further periphery towards the water over that way, there's some birds congregating down there. So I'll make a recording here and then make my way down to the water's edge. Hello again folks. As you can see, I'm no longer at the Myponga Reservoir Reserve, rather I'm staying here at my mum's property just outside of Yankalilla. I've lit myself a nice toasty fire and I've cracked myself a beer. This is an IPA from Myponga's Smiling Samoy Brewery. They're a small little brewery off the main road. I should say that this is not a paid endorsement. It's just really good beer. This is quite a sort of high strength IPA, and yeah, they make really good beer. I mean, it's craft beer, but you don't have to worry about seeming too much like a hipster, really, you know, because that comes with the whole craft beer thing. Even though I sort of give off the impression of looking and behaving a bit like a hipster from time to time. One of the reasons why I wanted to record this kind of addendum of a video was just to address a couple of things in the previous video and also touch on some additional thoughts and reflections. First of all, I became aware after I did that first video that there's quite a bit of wind shear in the recording. My apologies for that. I tried sort of sheltering my smartphone in an area where it would be sort of less privy to the wind cutting across it. Wasn't so much the case, but you know, hopefully in the post-production I've managed to kind of shave off most of the windiness. In terms of access around the reserve, I sort of toyed with the notion about making my way down gradually to the water's edge and recording some birds. I later became aware, I became quite self-conscious when I was there because families were making their way past on one of the paths, kind of looking at me in the distance going, sort of, what the hell is that guy doing over there, you know? The majority of people, when they see, you know, fluffy things mounted on tripods, don't necessarily think that this guy is making an audio recording. They just think it's a weirdo hanging out by grassy reed beds. So I quickly Googled conditions of entry, if you like, for the public accessing the site. It should have been obvious to me, but they really do sort of push the point that the public should stick to the paths, including myself. So my exploration of the site, or as much as I could get to in those 2 hours, I did stick to the paths. I think that's a really important thing, and I'm glad that's strongly stipulated on the website and in the accompanying documentation about the Reservoir Reserve. It's a really critical thing, and it kind of feeds into the chief concerns that I had about the government in conjunction with SA Water moving to open up this site to public access. You know, inevitably with public access into these kind of sites, environmental degradation, be it through leaving rubbish and waste behind, and then sort of, you know, the human inclination to create your own path. And I mean, the positive of all of this is that the public and folks like myself can go in there and explore these places for the first time. I would say in the majority of cases for the first time in our or their lives, my life, you know. So that's kind of exciting to me, and I think within the context of the Fleurieu sound map as well, you know, some of these recordings that I've made here, once they're put up on the sound map, they might encourage people to visit the site, direct their attention to some of the unique sonic characteristics, the acoustic environment. So I hope you enjoyed listening to some of the excerpts of these recordings that I made. The full recordings will be up on the Fleurieu sound map very soon, probably when I've posted this video. That's something that I've typically done in the past. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to finish this delicious beer. I'm going to make myself some dinner, and turn in for the evening. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate some of the feedback that some of you folks send in from time to time. It's really good and encouraging and motivating, and I'm really glad that I can still kind of facilitate the Fleurieu sound map and keep making recordings and doing videos like this. It's lots of fun. So I hope you're all doing really well, that you be really nice to each other and nice to yourself, and I'll see you next time around. Cheers. Bye.